I'm also the health educator. Holistic Wellness and Health makes healthy living easy, nutritious, delicious, and fun with a focus on plant-based foods to help you live a healthier and more vibrant life. We're partners with the Farm Alliance of Baltimore and Food Rescue Baltimore, and we'll be using produce from the member farms of the Farm Alliance of Baltimore. So today we're doing braised greens, and we'll be doing collard greens. You can actually use this recipe with other greens, including kale or Swiss chard, but today we're using collard greens. The collard greens that are shown here are from the Greener Garden Urban Farm in the Hamilton area of Northeast Baltimore City. And the collard greens in this bowl, I've already shredded into fine pieces. They are from Strength to Love 2 farm in the Sandtown area of West Baltimore City. So we'll also be using red onions from Food Rescue Baltimore and scallions from the Greener Garden Urban Farm in Northeast Baltimore. So I'm going to go and get started. I see Rosita's here. Hi, Cousin Rosita, and I saw another name. Who else is here?
Lynette.
Lynette, you can just press wave for me. Awesome, thank you. If you're watching this live, definitely let me know you're here. Press like or heart signs, and that'll help other people see the live as well. Facebook will push it out more. So I'm going to go and get started. And I'm using pure avocado oil. I'm just going to pour this into my pan. This is just a little more than 2 tablespoons. I'm actually tripling the batch from the recipe you'll have available. I'm going to let that get started. I'm going to add, so I'm putting this on high heat right now, and I'm going to go and add my red onions and scallions. These are finely chopped. I'm going to let them get a little translucent. So we're using the red onions, which are high in anthocyanins, which is the same thing that makes things like blueberries blue or eggplants purple. And they are shown to help with reducing heart disease. So I'm just going to let that cook. Just a few minutes. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Once that's finished, I'm going to add, I've already minced up the garlic, so we're using fresh garlic. It's about 8 cloves of garlic here, minced. And I'm just going to wait to put this in so that the garlic doesn't burn. The onions are very high in vitamin C and vitamin A. So the vitamin C is great for your collagen, it's great for your skin health, and it's very important for your immune system as well. And the green onions, it has a little different flavor, so it's nice to add just a couple different types of onions when you're cooking if you have it available. This time of year is a great time to help build up your immune system, so eating raw onions and cooked onions are both very beneficial to eat. I'm going to go in and add my fresh garlic, which is high in anti-inflammatory properties, as well as the onions, all anti-inflammatory, great for people who have high cholesterol, as well as people with arthritis with the anti-inflammatory properties. And I'm just going to let that cook for a few minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm going to go on and show you all how to take the stem off of our collard greens. So I like to lay them flat on top of each other and just go down the center and removing it from the rib and the stems. So, you know, I don't like to throw anything away. So these stems will either be stir-fried or used to make soup stock. And I might just put it in soup, actually. I'm going to cut this in half. Just put it on top of each other and thinly slice. Another thing you can do if you want is the same thing, go down the center. I'm going to check on my You can go down the center and take the ribs off. And then just roll your greens kind of like, take this off. I would say like tobacco, but that's basically you're just rolling the greens tight. And then you can do this as well, and then you slice it. And then you have nice little fine strips. Some people call it chiffonade, but just thin strips. Okay. So these are a little longer, but it's going to cook down just like greens normally do. So this is nice and ready to help me add the other ingredients. So I'm going to add my greens, my collard greens, into the pot. And so I was asked the question, what is braised? Braised greens, basically I'm cooking the greens on high heat for a few minutes, and then I will reduce the heat to medium. So the goal is to just give it a nice high heat cooking, and not let it get, it's not quite stir frying, but it helps bring down the volume of the greens pretty quickly. So I'll let that cook. I'm going to add a little water to this, just to help it cook down. And I'm going to add some black pepper. About a pinch, a little less than a 1/4 teaspoon. A teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. I love to use the pink Himalayan salt. It has over 84 minerals in it. And it doesn't raise the blood pressure quite as fast as other salts. It's still salt, so make sure you respect that. I'm going to add my apple cider vinegar. I'm using raw apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons. The apple cider vinegar actually helps to make the greens more tender. In the South, a lot of people would add vinegar to their greens to help cut some of the bitterness and just to make the greens a little more tender. So I'm just using some apple cider vinegar today for this. Just letting it cook down. Kind of see how it's getting nice and bright green. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. This is a quick cooking recipe. A lot of times people cook their collard greens for like an hour, but it really doesn't need to be cooked that long. And these are actually pretty tender greens as well because it's still early spring. And let that cook for just a few minutes. You can keep it there for a second. So make sure you are following Food Rescue Baltimore and the Farm Alliance of Baltimore on their Facebook pages as well as on Instagram. Make sure you are following and liking Holistic Wellness and Health. Definitely feel free to share the videos with your family and friends so they can learn how to cook healthy and in a nutritious and delicious manner. So you can see they've cooked down a lot. I keep on stirring because I am cooking on high heat and I want to make sure it doesn't burn. There's not a lot of liquid in here, so if I was making a big pot of greens with a lot of liquid, I would definitely want to save that liquid. There's a lot of vitamins and nutrients in the liquid. In the past, people will call it pot liquor, so you want to use that. You can use it to cook with rice, or some people just drink it. So whatever you want to do with it, just don't waste it, don't throw it away. That's where a lot of nutrients are. So I'm going to go in and add some nutritional yeast. Most of you all know I love to add nutritional yeast to anything savory. It adds a nutty, cheesy flavor to dishes, and just adds that umami flavor, give it a nice rich flavor. And this is just about done.
Where can you find nutritional yeast?
You can find it at Walmart, Giant, Safeway, all have it in the Red Star container. I've also seen Bragg's. The Bragg's container is also at Giant. Then you can also buy it bulk. I like to buy it bulk from My Organic Market, also known as Mom's. organic market. And you can also, if you're in the Silver Spring area, there's a place called Living Well, and they offer, they have nutritional yeast in bulk as well. If you're not comfortable buying bulk right now because of the virus that's going around, you can actually do like order ahead of time bulk from both Moms and Living Well. You can order like 25 pounds at a time. I know that sounds like a lot. I think they might do 10 pounds, but definitely 25 pounds. If you use it a lot like me, it's worth it. Otherwise, find some friends or family members to share it with. So I'm going to turn this actually off because it's pretty much done. I kept it on high heat the whole time, but this is done. Beautiful colors. We have 3 colors of the rainbow in this. Our purple / blue, green, and white. And you can eat this as a complete meal. You can actually put this in wraps with other ingredients as well. So it's a very easy, quick dish to make. It's very high in vitamins. The kale has a lot of vitamin A, C, and K. And vitamin K is very important for blood clotting as well as for your bone health. So in addition to calcium and vitamin D, you actually need vitamin K in order to maintain strong, healthy bones. The vitamin C helps with the the iron that's in the kale, or in the collard greens as well. So that helps you absorb the iron. So definitely need vitamin C whenever you're consuming something with iron in order for your body to actually absorb it. Do you have any questions, comments? All right, so everyone make sure you're liking this post. Make sure you're sharing it. Tell your family and friends how awesome these videos are so that I can continue to do them, and make sure that they know about the Farm Alliance of Baltimore as well. The Farm Alliance of Baltimore will be going back to the Farmers Market, Waverly Farmers Market, also known as 32nd Street Farmers Market, starting the 1st, I believe it's the first Saturday in April. And you can get the farmers' produce from the farmers market. Some of the farms will be starting their farm stands in April as well, including White Lock Community Farm. So I think that is it for me. Make sure you subscribe to our pages, Instagram as well, share and like. And everyone have a great day. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. And stay healthy. Bye.